So recently I had someone reach out to me here on TikTok about their dog named Yuki. And they sent me videos and some pictures of Yuki. And they said that he is very, very scared and he seems to be very fearful. And there's a couple things I want to talk about. First of all, dogs go through two fear stages in their life, and I'm talking major fear stages. And these things are evolutionary programmed into dogs to keep them safe. And the first one being between 8 and 11 weeks, and the other one between 6 and 14 months. And this dog happens to fall in the 6-month range. During these fear periods, we really got to pay attention to what could make them fearful. And there's a couple things that could, either loud noises, changes of environment. So with that being said, here's how I would go about fixing it if I had a fearful dog. Now, from my understanding, the breeder said that this dog was always one of the ones that was off to the back by itself, not wanting to be around anybody else. The dog has been vet checked and came out with a clear bill of health. So what else can we do? We can take its daily portion, either it's breakfast or it's dinner, and take that whole kibble and do training with it. Standard obedience. So you're talking your sits, your downs, your stays, your leave-its, simple commands, and work with the dog. And what that's going to do is build confidence in the dog and start to trust you more. So when you do these things, and you can have that dog look you in the eye and understand that I am a safe place, and I'm establishing that nothing's going to happen, I'm going to protect you, and I'm going to be your leader. That dog will look up to you for guidance and direction. And from that point on, that dog will start trusting you more and more and more every single day with that routine. We see he already has a beautiful setup crate. He looks very comfortable. So a safe zone is another key factor. Somewhere that dog can go and know that he is safe, he is fine, and he's comfortable by himself. I would work with gradual exposure to the stimuli that may be freaking him out, maybe scaring him. Whether it's meeting new people, new animals, new locations, whatever it may be, I would slowly work to get that dog to understand that everything's going to be okay, especially if you're with me, the owner. And with these dogs, I would only use positive reinforcement, meaning I would only teach things and start to work with their standard obedience using positive methods only. I would try to make sure that he knows that I am a good place to be around, I am a good person to be around, and you can trust everything around me because I am going to be your leader. And patience, patience, patience. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither was the perfect puppy. So we got to work with this dog to understand that not only is he a puppy, but we also have something that he's struggling to get over that we need to slowly work him out of. So doing training and doing certain methods will help get him through these situations and understand that everything's going to be okay. Have a roadmap and set clear goals. Have something that in place that says every day I'm going to walk Yuki from this time to this time, and I'm going to work with him from this time to this time. And understand that not only do you have a puppy, but now you have a fearful puppy. So we have to make sure that we spend a little bit more time because he's probably not going to come out of the box and be like every other puppy that's jumping around, biting you, nipping you, loving on you. This puppy requires a little bit more attention. So we're going to have to pay attention to what we're trying to do. So that's why setting a clear goal and a clear roadmap of here's what I'm going to do every day for this month, every day for this month, and keep moving on, so on and so forth. Now looking at Huskies and just knowing Huskies, they're not super food, they're not super toy, and they're not super praise motivated. So we have to kind of work this in a way that's going to be perfect for the dog. The first thing that I would work on is during my regular obedience training sessions that I have scheduled every day for this dog, 30 minutes to an hour long, I would make sure that I'm grabbing as much eye contact as I possibly can and seeing what works better for that dog. Make sure that when you get the desired result, you're marking it with either a clicker or a yes, and then you're giving that dog its food or the treats that you chose to work with. I am personally a huge fan of Bill Jack's treats. Bill Jack's treats are great. I get the mini Jacks, so they already come in very small portions. So if you're struggling to get that dog to eat its dry kibble as a training, then I would move to something that is a little bit more enticing, such as the Bill Jacks. They're made with, I think, chicken liver. And then I would start leveraging distractions. And what I mean by that is starting in a very quiet, calm place is great. But when the dog starts to have the confidence in that place, move them to somewhere that's a little bit more distracting and keep going, so on and so forth. And that way you introduce the world to this puppy. They understand that all these humans are good. All these dogs and other animals are good. Nothing's going to hurt me, especially when I'm with this person. They're going to take care of me. That's my leader. And we're going to run this world together. It's also important to know that when you have a puppy like this, you want to go at the dog's pace, not our pace. Maybe we want to teach him sit sit down and stay all in the same day. But if he's not up for that, don't push it. Always work at his pace while you're trying to get him through this fear period. And once again, it's going to be a period that you're going to want to be the best thing that he possibly knows during, because he's going to come into adulthood knowing that you are the greatest thing that he has and he knows. And it's only going to help your training in the future. But eventually, he's going to be so excited to see you, and he's going to be excited to be in the moment with you, and that's what you're looking for. I've worked with many dogs like this, and I know it's easy to say that it's going to get better, but it truly is going to get better.